Voy para atrás.
Is a sneak peek of this immersive experience that the audience will have in Rock in Rio, not only with our galactic lineup, and today we'll have also some news regarding more people that are joining the party, but also you have a feeling of the flavor and experience that people will have in Rock in Rio, much more the 100 artists, more than 100 artists that are joining our 6 stages here, but you feel a little bit of the taste of how Rock in Rio is really different in terms of food, music, art, culture, experiences that people will have in these 4 days, 2 weekends of joy and music. I want to talk that, as I say, what is really different about Rock in Rio, not only the lineup, let's talk about the city. Here you're saying it's a sneak peek, 12 from 60 houses that you see how is the dynamic of it. Bruce, our artistic director of Rock Street, will talk a little bit about what kind of activations and the mood of the Rock Street. That's one of, you see, all the way around here, as I say, it will transform in a real city of music and joy. And regarding talent, as you know, we have Taylor Swift, we have Metallica, we have Linkin Park, and today, and I will keep the secret for later, you'll see that not only on the main stage, but also in the Sunset stage, our second stage, and on the streets, it's a full immersive music experience. I want to ask Chris Baldizan, our partner from VP of Entertainment of MGM, to talk a little about the infrastructure and what will be constructed on the site that will deliver a really premium and different experience of any other festival that happens here.
Thank you, Luis. Again, my name is Chris Baldizan. I'm Senior Vice President of Entertainment for MGM Resorts International. And on behalf of our entire company, our chairman, Jim Murin, President and COO, Bill Hornbuckle, Corey Sanders, our COO as well, we welcome you here in this glorious Las Vegas day. What a beautiful day. It's actually a little hot for me in this suit, but and I'm not as polished as a speaker as Luis, so I have a few notes, and I don't have that cool, you know, Brazilian Portuguese accent, so I got to use my notes. But this site is, you know, as Luis mentioned, about 47 acres, and it's great seeing this because I was one of the fortunate ones when we started talking about doing this particular event. I was able to take the trip down to Rio de Janeiro and experience Rock in Rio firsthand, and then again this past May in Lisbon, in Portugal, and it was absolutely amazing. As Luis mentioned, not only the music, which we all come to expect from one of the preeminent music festivals in the world, but the culture, the food, the people, the gathering, which, you know, the MGM Resorts Festival Grounds, which this site is actually named per our company, to have this come to fruition in the next, you know, eight months or so is truly going to be quite an experience that we're truly proud to be hosting, to be a part of, and can't wait for it to happen. So I want to take a couple minutes to thank a few folks. First and foremost, our partners who are financially partners with us in developing this site. Cirque du Soleil and Ukaipa, those two companies are our partners to develop the site. And then of course, Roberto Medina, Luis, and the entire Rock in Rio team, who are bringing this event to the capital of entertainment in the world, in Las Vegas, and they are putting their money where their mouth is. We're developing the site, but they're producing this event. This site goes from where we are here, which was formerly an RV park basically, all the way to the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Sahara, basically across the street from SLS. And it's about 47.9 acres. And the vision that Mr. Medina has to take a site like this in the heart of Las Vegas Boulevard, the Strip, is absolutely amazing, and we can't wait for it to come to fruition. We'd also like to thank our partners from the south end of the Strip, in particular our local resident neighbors who live in the condominiums close by and the residents back behind there. Without their support, none of this would be possible. Also the businesses down here, new and old, the ones that have made it through the recession and are now coming through this and seeing more and more happening on the south end of the Strip. Very exciting. We're thrilled to be a part of that growth. I'd also like to take a minute to thank the folks from Las Vegas Events, Pat Christensen, and of course LVCVA. Again, without their support, cooperation, none of this would be possible. And our construction and design team. I probably should have had Bill Ham come out here because he's much more knowledgeable about the construction that's taking place here. But this is a monumental task. This is 47 acres of dirt that these guys are going to make into a usable, functionable space with the proper infrastructure to pull off these amazing events, which will start in May with Rock in Rio. I think that's it for now for me. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer later. Thank you again.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for remembering all the support of Las Vegas event that is playing a big role helping Rock in Rio to come to town. So, talking about the infrastructure, what Chris said, you imagine that here you'll be all artificial grass, real toilets, that is unusual in music festivals, a really all underground cabling. So we really designed from scratch with our engineers work together with MGM team to really have a world-class and premium venue that will experience how Rock in Rio is different. I talk about this galactic lineup, and it's almost there to announce some new names. But I also want to talk about communication. Rock in Rio is even different. If you imagine we are 6 months from the festival, our sales for the general audience is beginning only in January. We did a really well-succeeded pre-sale last month, but the real sale, it will begin in January, and we have now already $25 million in spontaneous media for all our PR actions, our campaigns and communication, and we estimate that probably will be around 150 million. So that's huge for our event, of course, but also for Vegas. We're expecting a lot of international comers in this pre-sale. It was 3 weeks of pre-sale, already 32 different countries bought tickets to come to Las Vegas. So Rock in Rio is a really global phenomenon that we are bringing to Vegas, and of course here it will be the Vegas scale. Let's talk about one of the information that probably you are waiting for about our lineup. So as I said, joining in the main stage that you already have Metallica, Linkin Park, No Doubt, Taylor Swift. We are bringing one of the, I think that was the last Super Bowl winner, and was not the Seahawks, it's Bruno Mars. So Bruno Mars, the huge showman, will join us in the pop weekend. So you can imagine Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars. We conduct a lot of surveys, and I want to share also some numbers about our surveys. But Bruno Mars and Taylor Swift was the top 3 talents that was in the surveys conducted here in Southern California, New York, and Florida. So big research, and we are more than glad to welcome those 2 big names in our main stage. Also in the main stage, playing in the same night of his close friend Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran is also joining us the main stage. So it will be a really galactic pop weekend. And we're also in the Sunset stage, where you probably know that John Legend, Deftones is already confirmed. We are bringing the British soul and beauty of Johnstone, and together as part of this big pop weekend.
I'm the artistic director for Rock Street. I'm happy to say that when we started, when Roberto first had this idea, he conceived it as a place where he could sort of hang out with less people, sort of a tranquil oasis in the middle of the city of rock, where we'd have some jazz. That's how it started in 2011 in Brazil. So we started out as a New Orleans sort of thing. We could have jam sessions. I could invite my friends. We could have jam sessions. But it grew to such a point that it's become a huge part of the festival. That we have 3 rock streets now. We have one and we've had one in Brazil and one in Portugal every year. And we've been sort of traveling around the globe, bringing these cultures and the thematic streets. And now here we are in Vegas. We're going to have 3. So we can have, like as Luis said, we can have 20 houses each city. That's 60 houses in all. We have over 60 artists in all over the 4 days of the event, just on Rock Street. And I'm counting street performers as well, which is an important part of what we're doing here, because we get hand to hand. We get the audience to participate in a very special way. We get it's a question of being. It's an experience. It has to be felt and seen and everything. It's not like you have a stage where you have artists that are playing and you're watching it. No, we're all part of it. So, well, what I wanted to say is, I mean, well, you could say, well, what's different about this scenario that you have here from a lot of things that you see in Vegas? I mean, in Vegas you have New York, and you have little Venice, and you have all these things sort of thematic. Well, one of the main differences is that we're not selling anything really, aside from the food, of course, which is because we're where we get fed. That's an important part of any big festival. But what makes it different, first of all, is it's part of this huge Rock in Rio festival. We're inside a rock festival. Second of all, I forgot what I was going to say, but there is a second of all. I'm sure you'll agree. And third of all, it's an experience. It's free, you know. It's part of your ticket. You come here, and you're going to be able to travel around the globe. In a way, you're going to be going to England, and you're going to be coming to the States, and started out as New Orleans a couple of years ago, and you'll be going to Brazil. Brazil this is our new Rock Street for this year. This is the first time it's been done, because we did USA and England and Portugal and Brazil. Huge success. And we're going to have some very, very special people. In fact, today we have one of the most amazing iconic Brazilian artists of dance, Carlinhos de Jesus, who's here today. He's given us the pleasure of being here, an old friend of ours. And you have Spock, Frevo Orchestra. All these people will be here. You have representing the different styles of Brazilian music, the choro, the samba, the frevo, music from all over Brazil, the bumba, meu boy, all the different cultures. You'll be able to see all this. And you'll be able to get your fortune teller, or you can learn some magic, or you can learn tap dance, or you can see all these things. So this is it. You know, we want to invite you to be part of the experience, just to be it. This is the place. Rock Street is going to be the place where you really feel new experiences. So, started out, I would like to invite you to take a little tour of Rock Street. We have our Leghorn Piper, Mr. Lawrence Fowler, who will take you down to the other end, and we'll start there. We're going to have all a little taste of the performances,